Well, I'm 37 years old. I'm Italian American, born and raised here in Venice, Brooklyn. I got my education through a all-disabled school, Henry Viscardi School. It's located in Albertson, Long Island. Dr. Henry Viscardi, God bless his soul, was a very, very, very special human being, and he was also disabled himself. But he had his doctorates in education, and he decided over 60 years ago that we were not to be placed in psych wards.
Yeah.
That we needed to be educated, that we needed to go out in the world, that we needed to be representative in some kind of way. He decided to open up a school, and through private funds and other grants, he got the school together, and he formed what was then known as the Human Resources Center, which is now to date called the Henry Viscardi School.
So, when you were growing up, did you have any role models on television, in movies?
The only role model that I had was Dr. Viscardi. That's all I had. There was nothing, and there aren't any that I feel now.
So you don't identify with anybody that you see on the screen ever?
No.
Yeah.
That's why I was always thought to have a bit of an attitude or a little bit of a smart mouth, because I had to hold my own in a world of people who stood up. And because we are not represented in any way, shape, or form, I've heard horror stories about what people do after they graduate, and they're either in some kind of program or they've aged out of the Viscardi School, and they have an abilities program. But again, it's rehab. And I mean, we shouldn't be in rehab. We should be out in the world.
There's no reason for you not to be.
Right. I mean, like I said, I have the education, I have the background, I did work, I know what to do. It's just unfortunate that nobody gives us a chance. Because they do the visual spot check. They go from your head down, and you can actually see them go, how is he going to type, and how is he going to go to the bathroom, how is he going to bring our company forward, and how is he going to do this, and how is he going to do that. So with them having all these internal issues, you're always going to run into a problem.
They can't look past your body. They can't see your mind. They can't see how intelligent you are.
No. Growing up, I mean, I've seen people who act, quote unquote, disabled. There's Drake. He sat in a wheelchair for what, 6 years? In Degrassi. He's not disabled.
Why is that? Why don't they ever
because, again,
hire people who are actually disabled for those roles?
They won't, because it's a liability. It is a liability. Insurance and other issues come up.
And actually making accommodations.
Right. And that sucks. I don't see the reason for any of that with our world in what we live in today. Why that would be so, but
I mean, not even like in music, like you don't.
We're not given a chance. I mean, I know a couple of friends of mine who can sing, who can act, and they try. I've tried, and I've gotten kind of far, but then you hit that ignorant, backward personality who says you can't.
Well, in a way, isn't it? It's kind of a catch-22 that people don't really understand you because they haven't been exposed to people like you before, right?
But
nobody's ever going to get that exposure if you're not in television, if you're not on TV, if you're not in people's faces.
But that's one. But a lot also has to do with people who are disabled, where always we're always raised with overbearing parents, and it's natural, and I understand that. But
either good or overbearing,
right,
overbearing,
right.
yeah.
But it kind of puts a mindset to the person who is disabled that you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, and it kind of ingrains into your head and into your body and into your soul, and it tells you that one of these days I might try this, but for the most part, I'm not even going to try it because mom said this or dad said that.
Yeah, even your parents are telling you can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And if you don't get that boost from your home, you're not going to get it from yourself unless you have my kind of personality, which just gives a big fuck you to everybody and just does it anyway.
Yeah.
But again, there are not a lot of people out there to do that. Given the chance and opportunity, would I have gone further in my answers? Yes.
Yeah, with more support behind you.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. And it really sucks because I missed out on an opportunity.
So how would you like to be portrayed to people? If you were to be in a movie, like what would be your ideal role?
I really haven't thought about that lately because the acting bug, hit me when I was a kid. Those things aren't important to me. What is important to me, if I was to be in the spotlight or have a platform, would be empowerment, and also be able to speak to people with disabilities and try to embed in their head that no, they're not just a person in a wheelchair who can't. Yeah. They can.
Let's talk about some stereotypes in films. So often when you do see somebody portrayed who is disabled, they're always sort of portrayed as being an object of pity.
Well, right? I did a movie one time. It was called Toxic Avenger for my...
You were in Toxic Avenger?
Yes, I was. Yes, I
was. Those are on Netflix.
Yes.
Those are cult classic movies.
Yes. Okay. And I was in number 4, and I was in the beginning scene. And I go back to that, and I look at that, and I'm like, I'm portrayed as retarded. As you go through the movie, I haven't watched the whole movie, but 5-10 minutes of it, and they're all retarded, crippled people.
So explain it. I haven't seen this one. So
the portrayal is mostly non-disabled individuals acting like disabled or retarded or both. Just for the sake of shits and giggles, basically.
What was the theme of the movie? What happens in the movie?
Honestly, like I said, I watched the first 10 minutes of it, and it was only because I just was curious as to, because I had people coming to me and saying, well, I've seen you in the film. I'm like,
15 years ago in Tromaville, New Jersey, the toxic chemical capital of the world, little mop boy Melvin Ferd, a 98-pound weakling, was teased, taunted, and other bad stuff until he fell into a barrel of toxic chemical waste, transforming little Melvin into a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength. Melvin became the Toxic Avenger, the first superhero from New Jersey.
But like I said, I watched the first 5 or 10 minutes of it, and I saw that whole blatant,
Were you did you even realize what was happening as you were doing it?
No, when I first landed the part, which is just me dancing in the chair.
And how old were you?
been no more than 10.
Oh, so you were a kid.
So I was a kid and
Yeah.
I didn't know better. And I really didn't, I didn't really understand that movie or that genre.
Yeah.
I thought, ooh, a movie, great. But it didn't wind up to be that.
Yeah, so it was almost comical and like, okay.
Yeah.
Because that's another stereotype is that, you know, you're portrayed as being the butt of the jokes.
Yeah, and like I said, I watched maybe like the first 5 or 10 minutes and I thought that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
And again, it was non-disabled people, but we were circus freaks.
And that's another thing. Like you always see. I mean, you know that show American Horror Story?
Right.
Did you see season 4 that I wouldn't even watch it? Freak Show.
No, that I didn't see.
I couldn't even watch it. I'm like, this is we're
well,
regressing.
actually, there are documentaries. I believe on the History Channel and I think TLC too. The history of the Freak Show.
Yeah.
Where disabled people we're making money.
Yeah.
You're
that
coming
was
to
the only
see
outlet
us,
for, for making money at that
You're
point.
coming to little people when they are on TV. Yeah, they make more than people who are not disabled.
Yeah.
They're because I've watched the show on TLC, Pit Boss.
Yeah.
And he's not only was because I don't know if he still does it.
He was a performer.
Right, he was a performer, and in the series, he said that little people command and their demands are crazy.
Yeah.
Because they are the freaks that bring in the money.
Yeah.
So as the freaks who bring in the money, you want us, you gotta pay us.
Yeah.
Going back to like Glee and Drake and all these people who fake being disabled, there are people who genuinely can act and can, you know, sing and this and that. And again, we're not represented.
Yeah.
You know, even in a political arena, I have yet to see, and please don't say Teddy Roosevelt because that just doesn't count.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want to argue that it does count. It doesn't. Just because he had polio and, you know, everyone in his circle knew that he sat in a chair. He didn't want the world to see that he sat in a chair. Which
didn't he wear a blanket over his legs so people can see his legs?
Yeah. Again, there's two sides to that because if I can block the visual and make you see that I'm a strong person, even though I might sit in a chair every once in a while, I'm still going to make you see that I run the United States of America.
Yeah. You've never seen somebody, like, in politics who's proud.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand?
I understand.
And, you know, again, it's the world is a visual place.
Yeah.
You know, and again, in my life and my experiences, I mean, I draw in negative because of the visual. So I don't bother a lot of times. I mean, you know, you grew up with me, so
I mean, it's different. Like,
right, it's very different. I don't have a lot of friends. I mean, now that I'm getting older, I will not date. I will not, you know, it's not that I don't want to socialize or anything like that. I just don't want to be
It's
hard.
hard.
It's hard.
Yeah. All right. So you mentioned dating. Okay. So, as far as what you see on television and any disability, how often do you see people with disabilities dating, having sex, having relationships?
Well, I mean, I go to a gym for disabled people.
Okay.
And it's called the Access Project. It's mainly it's a non-profit, but it also runs with the Medicaid program that I have. And it's a great place, and there are people who have girlfriends and boyfriends, and I mean, but again, their visual is not my visual.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but their disability is totally different than mine.
Yeah.
You know, and for men, you know, the functioning of everything below the waist.
Yeah.
You know, some can, some can't.
Yeah.
Those who can't either need medications or surgery and stuff like that. And some they do have girlfriends and boyfriends and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you
but
ever see that on television? Do you ever see that in
No.
movies, in books?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's crazy how underrepresented it is.
It is. I was watching a video and this man was more than proud to say that he had a surrogate. I did a whole, I researched surrogates. Just for my own information. I don't need a surrogate.
Yeah. But I mean, so you've had dating experience.
Unfortunately.
Would you have preferred not to?
Yeah! It would have saved me a lot of heartache and pain. But I guess you have to go through it.
Now, when you date, do you date a lot of able-bodied people?
Yeah, that's all I choose to date. Because me being disabled, I mean, if I'm somewhere and I need to use the bathroom or what have you, you know, I can't be with someone who, you know, needs help themselves. Yeah. It's, again, if that situation were to come up, then that's a different story.
So now, the people that you date, do you feel like, or the people that you've met, do you feel like you're fetish up? I can't even say it.
Okay. We there is a group in Manhattan that I used to go to, and this subject did come up. We are a fetish. There are on Facebook. There's a fetish group called Devotees and whatever the hell it is. Yeah. And they insist that, you know, oh, I love you. I'm like,
but it's all sex.
But it's all sex, and I'm not looking for any of that, and I'm not looking for a crazed person who just wants me because I'm amputated from the knees down. Yeah. I mean, it's cute and everything as long as it stays through the computer and away from me and you know,
you want nothing to do with
I want nothing
No,
to
you
do
want
with
to be treated with respect.
Right. And even though it is a fetish, that's nice. It's a nice compliment, but it's
not for you.
Not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
So how do you primarily meet people while you're dating? Is it online? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I used to go on online and dating sites and stuff like that. But again, it's just a sex kind of thing, and that's great, that's wonderful. But I'm 37 years old, and that's like that ship has sailed. Yeah. For myself, I'm not looking for just a one-night thing. I'm not looking to be married either. Yeah. But I'm looking to have...
You want connection.
Right. A connection. Something real. Something that one adult person can do with another adult person, and let's be adults and not children. Unfortunately, liars love me, cheaters love me, users love me. Yeah. Jailbirds love me. Love those. Jailbirds love me.
Really?
So again, it's really, like I said, I think it's got to do with the visual, and you know, oh, this person, you know, it doesn't have friends, doesn't really go out much, and you know, let me be his friend this way, you know, let's see how much I can suck out of him. Yeah. I
feel like a lot of the people you've hung out with in the past have been like that. A lot of your friends.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I have none.
Yeah.
That's why I stay alone.
I keep looking at this picture behind you. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
No, let's not.
Why not?
No, let's not. No, let's not.
It's a very big poster of you
Great,
as a young man.
Great. No, I was 11 years old.
You were adorable.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. Yeah, I did that for a while.
You were a poster child.
Yeah, and which was okay. It was nice. It was cute.
Yeah. So what's the poster for?
That was a whole campaign for Variety Children's Charity, and they plastered me all over Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really something I just would like to.
You would like to forget? Why do you want to forget it?
Because again, it was a platform for me to be exposed more and take what I wanted to do into another level. Unfortunately, I always have this thing that I go 5 steps forward to go 20 steps back. And that was my 10 steps forward, and I went 100 steps back.
Yeah.
As soon as my voice cracked.
So after that, it was nothing for a while.
It was nothing at all.
Wow.
I mean, that's it. I just chose to do school, and there was, not is, if there was agencies or agents willing to market a person who has talent. Yeah, you know, if there was that media pull, then definitely.
What I would love to see is real people with real disabilities in film, number one, but also them being a character that's not focused on their disability. They're just a character.
I went to school with a girl, her name is Sarah, I forget her last name. She was on Law and Order a couple of times.
Okay. SVU or?
SVU.
Okay, my favorite.
Yeah. I don't know, I don't remember which episode, but I gotta watch Hulu. And she hasn't done anything. I think she did like 1 or 2 animation voiceovers.
Okay. She was disabled.
Family Guy. She's done Family Guy voiceover.
Okay. Family Guy is very disrespectful with people with disabilities.
Right. But again, you know, I don't care. I'm making money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's probably what her mentality is.
Yeah.
You know, you're hiring me.
You don't remember what her role was?
I don't remember.
She's physically disabled?
She has either CP or I think she has CP, but she's not as physically disabled. I mean, she can walk. She's got a speech impediment.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how there's like a spectrum of what's acceptable to be on television?
Oh yeah.
Like you can be disabled, but only if you're a little disabled, not if you're really disabled.
Right. A person like me would never be on SVU.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's what you're doing is exactly what I actually had planned to do on my own.
Yeah.
These topics, these subjects are something that I want to expose the world to.
Yeah.
Probably YouTube.
Yeah.
My deal is to expose, because again, your piece is how we're underrepresented.
Yeah.
A YouTube is a voice, and it's seen all over the world. I've been wanting to not only do this, but you know, as a weekly session, and not only answer questions, but you know, just give a little insight to what I go through on a daily basis.